This video reviews the activities that take place on the fourth and fifth day of the week. Let's begin with the fourth day. On the fourth day, students use the engineering design process to create STEM projects. Students will modify one aspect of the project each week and then test it. Each project begins with a review of the engineering design process and a science discussion. The students then follow along with the blue background slides, step by step, to create their project. After creating their projects, students will test and redesign them as time permits. Take a few minutes to read the best practices teaching tips. In week 1, the engineering design process is used to create and throw paper airplanes. Students will modify one aspect of the paper airplane process each week and then test it. The engineering challenge begins with a welcome discussion using the blue background lesson slides. In the discussion, you will explain each step in the engineering design process. The first step is to ask questions about the problem you are trying to solve. The second step is to imagine as many different ways as you can to solve the problem. The third step is to create a plan. The fourth step is to follow the plan to create your project, and then test it to see how well it does. The last step is to revise and improve your plan. There is a blue background slide for each step of the engineering design process as it applies to the paper airplane project. For the first step, students will conduct an experiment with paper and identify the problem. The problem is, how can you make a piece of paper pitch forward as far as possible? In the second step, they will imagine ways to make paper fly. Students can share different ideas as a class or draw ideas individually on a piece of paper. In the third step, you will show the students a plan or template for making a paper airplane. You can hand out the printed template at this time. In the fourth step, you will lead the class through each step of folding a paper airplane using the template. One or more slides are provided for every step of the process. Once the students' paper airplanes are made, ask each student to make a plan for how to hold the paper airplane when throwing it. Students will test their planes in this step. In the last step, ask students to change their plan for how to hold the paper airplane and then test it again when it is their turn. They can continue to test and revise as time permits. Wrap up the day by cleaning up and holding a class discussion using the blue lesson slides. This segment reviews activities that take place on the fifth day of the week. On day 5, students complete individual skill activities that include mazes, dot-to-dots, seek and find, matching, coloring pages, and more. You may also repeat any of the games or activities from the previous days. If you want to repeat an activity from the week, you may choose to do the activity as a class, play a modified version of one of the games, or break students into teams based on ability level, and ask new teams to do the activities together. At some point on day 5, students should have time to work individually. Thank you for being a part of the expanding Drone Legends universe that starts here with the Little Legends. You are a legend maker, and we can't thank you enough for your role in helping our youngest learners realize their potential, or their inner legend, as we like to call it.